This is James Powell, your host for today's podcast. We thank you for joining us, and we hope that you will share this, like this, and follow us on our social media channels. Also, go to our YouTube channel, jjmediaonline.net/YouTube. And our purpose and our focus is bringing you real news, real tech, and we always talk about a real God. Whether we bring scripture, pray, or we bring some type of ministry or church-related things. We appreciate you joining us on our podcast, and we look forward to bringing you the breaking and new news for today's show. Make sure you stay tuned. So we do thank you for joining us today, and we are back for another one of our broadcasts on the Real-Time News Podcast, where we share it at anchor.fm/tcoast Real-Time News, and we also upload it to, as you heard, jjmediaonline.net/YouTube, and we even upload it to our Facebook page. But I'm asking you to please follow us on Clouthub. That's CLOUTHUB.com. Clouthub. Look up James Powell. One word, James Powell. And you can follow us on Parler. That's parler.com. PARLER.com. Look up James Powell. Follow us. So we do appreciate you taking time to listen to us today. We are going to be talking about some new news that has happened. Of course, we are not going to actually cover this, but the breaking news of today is that Herman Cain has passed away. They said from COVID, but he actually had he had fought cancer previous times. So my thinking is COVID probably was not the primary cause of death. That's just me talking. But instead of starting right into some articles, I'm going to start today a little bit different, specifically with a promotion that we are running on yourchurchpromotions.com. I typically do this at the advertising time, but I wanted to start it because in today's business world and ministry world, you're looking to brand yourself. You're looking to kind of promote what you are doing. So one way to do that is branding yourself with a video intro. And I want to show you this offer. But before I do that, I just want to take time to thank you again for. I just want to say a personal thank you for listening, and I truly hope that you do share. You like us, you follow, and you stay connected with us. We have had some crazy things happen in the last few days, and I haven't been able to get the podcast recorded like I would have liked to. So we're going to get back to the regular schedule. We're going to be uploading multiple times weekly. There's not a set time that we upload it, but we're going to be doing it multiple times. And we are going to get back to that. So today, let's just jump right into this episode. Thank you for joining me, and I trust that God is richly blessing you. I trust that you're connecting to your church, your neighbors, just the people around you, and realize that God understands what is happening and knows what is happening. So, all right now we are running on yourchurchpromotions.com. You can actually go to yourchurchpromotions.com/5, the number 5, FOR, and then the number 50, 5450. Yourchurchpromotions.com, 5450. We're running 5 video intros for $50. But before I show you that, I'm asking you, at the top of the page, we have sign up for our texting promotions, our texting notifications. Put your name, cell number, and your area code. And when you do that, you will be redirected to free video editing software along with some training, Instagram software, and you can also follow us on the Your Church Promotions, Facebook.com/Your Church Promotions. So the 5 for $50, here's what you get. You get these 5 video intros that we have, we personally create each of those. It is not an automated system. We personally create each of those when you order it. 5 for 50. Put your name, email, your website, or your mission/slogan statement. Make sure that you accept the box. You'll be on our email list. Choose the file. 2,500 pics, PNG file. That means a transparent background. When you purchase it, you will be redirected to our PayPal. And purchase it for 50, you'll get the extra stuff, and we are adding stuff all the time that you will get free, not only with the 5 videos for $50, plus there's other downloads and other stuff that we give you. This is focusing on ministry. All right, our first article of today is Cal Cunningham touts merits of communism as student leader. Cal Cunningham, the former state legislator who defeated a qualified black woman in North Carolina's Democratic Senate primary, touted the merits of communist and Marxist ideology as UNC Chapel Hill student body president in the 1990s. Cunningham expounded on the virtues of communism and Marxism during an interview with a UNC student newspaper in 1995 following the collapse of the Soviet Union. Asked if there was merit in communist ideology, Cunningham offered a mostly positive assessment, making the familiar argument that true communism hasn't really been tried. And he goes on to say, he believes in it. Cunningham is running against an incumbent, Thom Tillis, the Republican of North Carolina, in a race that could determine which party controls the Senate in 2021, supposedly. What had been a tight race through June opened up in recent weeks, with Cunningham currently enjoying a 6.2 percentage lead in the real clear politics, which there again, that's a liberal polling. You have to understand that liberals don't poll. They'll poll 60%, 70% Democrats, and then a small percentage of Republicans. That way they can slant their polls. They slant their polls by the amount that they poll from what party and the questions they poll with each one. They never want to fight fair because they know they can't win. That's just it. CNN gives NBA commissioner a pass on the bombshell China abuse scandal. You think of this and all the different NBA players that are really connected to China. So there is a major cover-up. In a 16-minute interview Wednesday, CNN anchor Wolf Blitzer from the Communist News Network, CNN, that's what I call it, did not ask NBA Commissioner Adam Silver about a bombshell ESPN report detailing abuses at NBA academies in China. Silver praised his league for a long history of supporting important issues around social justice and touted its coronavirus safety measures as it aims to restart its season. Among other things, Blitzer did not bring up the NBA's relationship with the Chinese government once during the lengthy interview, nor did he tell viewers about CNN parent company, Warner Media's partnership with the NBA. So I want to ask you, let me switch back here. I want to ask you, why cannot liberals be honest? Why can't they be transparent? Why can't they tell the truth? Seriously, why can't liberals tell the truth? The reason why is because if they tell the truth, they lose. That's it. They tell the truth and they lose every time. Because when people truly find out that liberals don't care about you, they care about their self. That's the difference between a liberal and a conservative. Typically, conservatives are thinking ahead, thinking about tomorrow, about your family, the faith, family, and the future. And that's what I push. So, all right, let's go ahead and jump back. Sorry for that sidetrack. Local officials buck Virginia Dems gun control push. This is very good. One of the things that liberals are trying to do is just take away your Second Amendment rights. They're trying to take away your rights as a citizen to carry, to lock and load. That's it. I can still carry. I make sure I have it. When we go out to the store, I make sure I have it. I carry it on me, and I will not wear a mask because of that. In fact, Florida statutes bans you from wearing a mask and concealed carrying. Okay, counties pledge not to adopt Richmond-backed gun-free zones. Local officials across Virginia are resisting the push from Virginia Democrats to adopt gun-free zones. Lawmakers in Powhatan County, located just outside Richmond, unanimously passed a no local gun control resolution that would prevent localities from creating gun-free zones. The debate over gun restrictions that dominated Governor Ralph Northam's agenda in the early months of 2020 has moved back to the local level after state Democrats passed a law allowing local governments to ban the presence of firearms at certain buildings and events. So the tension is growing and the blame is entirely theirs, he said. Our natural-born rights are being eroded at lightning speed, and I intend to help citizens stand against government overreach. The resolution contained a plan of action to defund any unconstitutional actions. The time for talk is over. It is time for action. So let me just talk a few minutes on what is happening here. The liberals are pushing communist agenda. It's gone from socialism. It is full-fledged communism. They're trying to take your guns away. They're trying to take your rights away. They're trying to take all the personal rights that you get to decide what you do. So why would we vote them in if they're taking everything away from you? All right, the next article, flashback, media's most vicious and bigoted attacks on Mike Pence. Whoever Joe Biden picks to be his running mate, they're probably going to be greeted with bouquets from the liberal press. See, this is the difference between the liberal press and those that really want the real news. The liberal press gives the liberals a pass. They don't ask hard questions. They really kind of tippy-toe their way around. They don't, even when Joe Biden has been in interviews, they help him out. But boy, when President Trump was in an interview, he got fact-check. You know, why don't they play on a level playing field? Why don't they? It's because they know they'll lose. They know the American people, the conservative knows you, the American people, are smart. You know, the difference between conservative and liberal is the conservative is principled, knows why they're principled, and can back their ideology up with facts. The liberals, they just kind of feel whatever political way the wind is going, and the rhinos do this. They just kind of feel whatever way they think the polls are going to say. They don't stand by facts. They don't stand for you. Boy, I went on a rabbit trail again. All right. Okay, when Mike Pence, which of course Mike Pence did not receive a good reception when Donald Trump tapped him as his VP in 2016. When he was announced 4 years ago, the devout Christian was derided by the media as churchy, as if it's a bad thing. His liberal Democratic counterpart, Tim Kaine, was misidentified as a moderate and a centrist, while Pence garnered staunch conservative labels. The attacks on Pence's faith began when he was Indiana governor and continued throughout his political career up to his current term as vice president. So once again, the liberals don't want to tell you the truth. Time and time and time again. That is how they work. All right, let's hurry up and get through the rest of these. Michigan B&B owners forced to take down the Norwegian flag that looks like a Confederate flag. Greg Offenbecker, him and his wife are proud owners of the Nordic Pineapple B&B. It's a small inn in St. John's, Michigan. They are also proud of their Norwegian heritage and made a point of flying the Norwegian flag in front of their establishment. Unfortunately, for some local residents, they thought the Norwegian flag looked like the stars and bars of the infamous Confederate flag. And the sad part of it is they had to take it down. They were called white supremacist scumbags, and they were accused of probably saying white hoods were hanging in their closet. This is sad. Why can't we differ? We disagree agreeably. This is nuts. And anyway, they had to take down the flag because of that. All right, the next article. Federal agents deploying to Milwaukee and Detroit. Local governments across the nation are preparing to receive federal law enforcement agents from the Trump administration's Operation Legend. On Wednesday, U.S. Attorney from the Eastern District of Wisconsin confirmed Operation Legend will send 25 to 30 agents to Milwaukee. The deployment will include agents from the U.S. Marshal Service, the FBI, ATF, and DEA. Kruger reassured the press that agents will not attempt to interfere with peaceful protests. Get that, peaceful, and was careful to distinguish the Milwaukee efforts from those in Portland, Oregon. Additionally, Kruger announced the program will bring $12 million in to help local and state law enforcement. Remember, they are trying to say these riots are peaceful protest. Really? Totally insane. All right, Fauci. This is crazy. Fauci, wear eye protection to block virus if you have it. Really? Dr. Anthony Fauci, he is so fickle. He flip-flops every which way. Should use eye protection to help slow the spread of coronavirus. Really? You're an idiot. You have been discredited. Fauci, you are an idiot. You lie, you are deceptive, and you're an idiot. All right, the last article. Closure of China's consulate in Houston signals continuing decline in U.S.-China relations. All right, the State Department reportedly made the move in response to ongoing Chinese theft of intellectual property and intrusions into Americans' privacy. Although many news reports have characterized this as extraordinary, it is worth noting that in fact the U.S. has closed other nations' facilities for similar reasons. The Obama administration, for example, shut down Russian luxury retreats in Maryland and New York in response to Russian election meddling. Part of the news coverage is rooted in reports of Chinese officials at the consulate in Houston to burning documents. So that it could seem at least somewhat credible that China and U.S. might be on the eve of war is an indication just how badly the U.S.-China relations have gotten. Well, what has happened here? Trump has cut the Chinese gravy train off. He put tariffs on them. They've been on a gravy train, and he's cut them off. He stood up for American values and put America first. China doesn't like it. Get out. If you don't want to work with us, get out. Yes, thank you, President Trump. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to take a break, and we are going to play our sponsors' ads. We do appreciate you being with us, and we look forward to coming back on the other side of the break. Going to hit Clouthub, parlor, and end with the verse of the day. Thank you again for joining us, and we hope that you continue to share, like, and just continue being with real-time news. Finding the right lawn service can always be challenging. You find those services that just try to make it through the day and really don't do what you want them to do. Well, I have great news for you. R.W. Peters Lawn Services in South Stuart, Florida and Hobe Sound can help you out. If you live around the Hobe Sound, South Stuart, Florida area, you can get your lawn service completed by R.W. Peters Lawn Services. You can go to their website, peterslawnservicesfl.com. You can even call them 740-710-2031. That's 740-710-2031. Email Brian at peterslawnservicesfl.com. Call them today. Trying to advertise in today's world is a very competitive thing. There are many advertising agencies that are saying that if you go with them, you will actually get your word out. Well, I would like to introduce to you a totally new and innovative way to advertise your message. It's called Flamin Hot Ads. That is F-L-A-M-I-N Hot Ads, A-D-S. Flamin Hot Ads puts your business card size ad on a styrofoam carryout tray. In today's world, carryouts are a major part of any restaurant business. You can call them 833-ADS to go. That's ADSTOGO. 833 ADS to go. Call them to put your advertisement on a styrofoam carryout tray. Art is a thing of the past. I would like to introduce to you an artist that still does hand-drawn art. Don Meredith. Go to donmeredithart.com. That's DonMeredithArt.com. Don Meredith does hand-drawn art. He will do whatever you need him to do. You can go to the website and you can see his art that he does. You can give him a call, 772-708-4060. Email finefunart@gmail.com. That's FINEFUNART@gmail.com. Or his website, Don, D-O-N, Meredith, MEREDITH, art.com. He looks forward to talking with you. Are you looking for real news with a real conservative perspective? I invite you to facebook.com/realtimenewstc. That's Realtime News TC of the Treasure Coast. My name is James Powell. I'm the host. I truly would like to invite you to join us. We'll see you on the next show. And we are back. We do thank you again for joining us, and we do appreciate our sponsors and advertisers. If you would like to sponsor our show, send me an email, james@jjmediaonline.net. That is james@jjmediaonline.net. We will eventually have a sponsor show where you can just go to look at the packages that we offer, and then we will give you the package that you desire. Let's transition to Clouthub. Make sure that you follow us on Clouthub, look up James Powell, or Parler.com, look up James Powell. Please follow us. All right, in the newsroom, full appeals court to review dismissal of Flynn case. Of course, many of you know of Michael Flynn, all that he has been accused of. They've tried to use politics. He has been wronged big time. So eventually the truth's going to come out. Trump's going to bring him back on. I think he's going to be back in the White House, and he is going to unload, and he knows where all the info is on all the corruption of the Democrats. All right, the killer is taking tour misconduct claims extremely seriously. Thousands of Libyan workers on a strike to protest election delay. This next one. 3 Chicago police officers suspect shot on northwest side during arrest. 2 other officers injured. You know, Chicago has been going through a lot of unrest. The media, the wimpy media, does not want to cover how many deaths is happening up in Chicago, because that's a Democrat, liberal-led city. You notice where the riots are? Where the Democrats are in power. So is there correspondence? Of course there is. There's a parallel. I mean, get ready. Russia gearing up for meddling in elections in Belarus. Ominous whipped cream art comes to London's Trafalgar Square. Okay. Airmen arrested in connection to deadly shooting at Grand Forks Air Force Base. And Donald Trump. This is sent the liberal media into a frenzy. Donald Trump suggests delay in 2020 U.S. presidential election. And basically what he's doing is he's tried to give these liberal governors, the liberal mayors, the liberal city councils, and even some rhino city councils time to get their cities under subjection and under law. The liberals have tried to create a lawlessness, so Donald Trump looks at delaying the election. The city of Flint to stop auctioning off illegal guns. All right, let's jump over to Parler real quick, and then we will. I'm not going to go with a lot of articles here. Let's see here. Dan 5, hydroxychloroquine to be used as an over-the-counter drug and used to protect against COVID-19. We the people, your voice in our government. American watchdog, we will win. Dems start to panic that voters will blame them for the riots. All right, the Western Journal, one more. Nancy Pelosi announces mask mandate. You see, before I go to the verse of the day, the Democrats always talk, hey, it's my body, my choice, until they want to feel like, hey, they know better than you. What happened to my body, my choice? So, no mask. You're not telling me. So they cannot even keep consistent. As I said earlier in the program, they're kind of flip-flopping with the poles, with the wind. You know, it's every which way. So, come on. Just be honest. You don't really care about the American people. You care about yourself. That's the bottom line. That's how liberals are. And if you think this is a slanted show, it is. I'm a conservative. And I care about people. I care about our freedom. I care about our rights. That's the bottom line. All right, let's end with the verse of the day. John 7:30-31. At this they tried to seize him, but no one laid a hand on him, because his time had not yet come. Still, many in the crowd put their faith in him. They said, when the Christ comes, he will do more miraculous signs than this man. Thoughts on today's verse. The enemies of Jesus had tried repeatedly to seize him. Yet the Gospel of John reminds us again and again that no one could seize Jesus until he offered himself up to them. Jesus followed God's timetable just as carefully as he obeyed his Father's will. So we can know with assurance that when Jesus died, he did so to redeem us and obey his Father's will, not because he was powerless to defend himself. Jesus' death is a voluntary sacrifice, a triumph of his obedience to his Father's will over his own will for preservation. He obeyed, and we are saved. He offered himself as a sacrifice so we could be adopted into the Father's family. And the prayer for the day, Lord Jesus, I thank you for honoring our Father and being obedient to him and his timing in your life. Thank you for choosing to die for me and redeem me from my sin. Thank you, dear Father, for such an incredible display of love and mercy that cost you so much. Please give me a more profound sense of my worth and significance to you, because I know the great price you paid to redeem and adopt me. In Jesus' holy name, I pray. Amen. I thank you again for listening to our show. I look forward to bringing you the next show. Please share, please like, please follow us with the links around this video. We appreciate everyone that follows us. We are wishing you a great day. We'll see you on the next show.